Hi guys! So this is going to be my postpartum update video, just like things that I have had to deal with postpartum in this past week, because I am 1 week and 1 day postpartum today. So 8 days. I had him 8 days ago. So just a kind of background of like how the birth went itself. I had no tearing at all. She said I had she called it a skid mark, and she said it kind of resembles like if you skin your knee a little bit. She said it was from when he was born. Normally like just their head comes out and then their shoulders come out. Well, he was like this. He had his left hand over like in with his head. So when he came out, it wasn't just his 14-inch head, it was also his arm attached to that also. So it was like he came out like this. It was his hand and his head at the same time. Since he came out like that, he left what's called like a skid mark. But other than that, I didn't need any stitches. I didn't have any tearing. I didn't have anything like that. So recovery was really, really, really easy. Right after I had him, I was able to get up and walk. And I walked to the bathroom obviously to clean up and do all that stuff, and I haven't really had any pain at all. Swelling lasted for about 2 days, I think, and then it was pretty much all gone. And the bleeding also, for some reason I remember the bleeding being a lot worse, and I don't know if I'm just remembering wrong or what, but my bleeding is practically nothing at this point. It's just, I wear a pad obviously just in case, but it's very, very minimal. And if I'm on my feet more, I've noticed this a little bit more than other times of the day, but for the most part, I'm not really bleeding, and I'm not really sore anymore either. And I almost wonder too if the reason I didn't tear is because when you give birth in the water, obviously your body's been soaking for a little bit, and it kind of makes it more elastic, like the stretchiness of it. So I really, really think that having the water birth contributed a lot to me not tearing. And honestly, of my whole recovery period, the thing that hurt the most out of everything was the postpartum contractions. And if you haven't had a baby before, your contractions don't go away after birth. Your body still has contractions to help your uterus get down back to the size that it was before. And especially when you're nursing, when they latch on and they start nursing, it makes your uterus contract more. And I had him for 2 days, and I don't think I have them at all anymore. So it just pretty much lasted 2 days, but I felt them in my back. So I don't know if that's because I have a tilted uterus or if I even still have a tilted uterus. But it's weird that I always feel contractions in my back. Even during labor, everything was always in my back. That was the hardest part of the whole recovery, was the postpartum contractions. And I think they do actually get worse with each kid. I think the midwife apprentice said that. I could be wrong, but I definitely think that these contractions were worse than my previous postpartum contractions with the other kids. So I've had a lot of questions about how my stomach muscles are holding up and my hernia. I was really, really, really surprised at how fast my stomach went down compared to after the twins. And I guess it's just because after the twins, that was when the damage was done. And now this pregnancy, I didn't get any new stretch marks. It was all just the same stretch marks that I had with the twins, and none of them really got bigger, I don't think either. So my stomach it still looks gross. It still looks really bad, but it doesn't look as bad as it did after the twins, I think, personally. However, I do suspect that my umbilical hernia is bigger, and I haven't gone back and looked at my postpartum video with the twins. I should probably do that and see what it looked like then, but I feel like my hernia is bigger, and my muscle separation I know is bigger because I could feel him tearing it when I was pregnant with him. But overall, the skin is not as bad as I can remember from after the twins, and maybe it's just because it hasn't gone down all the way yet, and it's probably going to look worse once my stomach goes down more and the skin really starts to get wrinkly again. I have to schedule an appointment with a doctor for that. My midwife, it's not her area of knowledge, so she can't tell me very much about that, but she did say if I have any concerns, obviously, to go to the doctor. And she does think that there's a high chance that the only way that I can fix anything like my hernia and my muscles and all that stuff is through surgery. Another thing that I think has been helping my stomach a lot is after the twins, the hospital gave me this belly wrap thing. And so I think I talked about it in some of my pregnancy vlogs about what kind of wrap I should get, and I ended up getting a belly bandit, and I was going between a medium and a small, and I ended up getting the small, and now it's already to the point, it's on its last leg. And so today is the first day that I put on my squeam again, and I'll make a review. That word sounds so weird. I'll make a review about both of them, but I do highly recommend wrapping your stomach right after birth. I literally started wrapping it the night that I had him, and I never took it off except when I sleep at night. And some people don't even take it off at night when they sleep, but I couldn't sleep with it on. It was giving me really bad back pain. But I keep my stomach wrapped pretty much 24/7. Like I have my Squeam on right now, so when I show my stomach, it's probably gonna have imprints from it. But I keep it wrapped all the time, whether I'm using the Belly Bandit or the Squeam that I have. And I really, really do think that that's helping a lot. So since my muscle separation is so big, I don't have anything really holding all of my guts and intestines in, because my muscle separation is that bad. My midwife said that I'm more at risk for uterine prolapse, I think it's called. So for the first week, I was not allowed to pick up anything that was heavier than the baby. Having 3 other kids that are under age 4, that's obviously really, really hard. So I had a lot of help within the first few days. Like the first 3 days, I think, I had a lot of help. And then after that, I did have to give in and pick up the twins. Not Lilia, because she could climb into her bed, but I had to pick up the twins to put them into their crib and then pick them up to take them out. But throughout the day, I had to make a rule that I can't lift you up. So if they wanted to be held, I would come on the couch and then they could climb on me there. So since the first week has gone by, I'm still trying to take it as easy as I can. But that's obviously way easier said than done, being a mom of 4, a single mom of 4. I'm just taking it as easy as I can, and I sit down when I can, and I just try to lift the twins as little as possible. So like I talked about in the baby update, breastfeeding is going really, really, really good. And I always wondered how it was going to be since I've nursed Kaden this whole pregnancy, even though I didn't have milk. And I am going to make a separate video talking about like the specifics of nursing. But generally speaking, my milk came in at 2 days, like it usually does. And everything's just been going really good. I haven't had any problems. My nipples haven't been sore at all, really. They were sore for like 1 day a little bit, but for the most part, it's just been a really, really easy transition from nursing 1 to 2. I am taking placenta pills again. I've had lots of questions about placenta pills. I got them on Thursday. So she picked them up on Tuesday, and I got them on Thursday. So I was 3 days postpartum when I started taking them. And my midwife said that I can take 3 a day. Right now, I'm only taking 1 a day, only because I forget throughout the day. So I take one in the late morning, and that pretty much keeps me awake for the rest of the day. So those things are magic. If you haven't researched placenta encapsulation, you really should. It decreases your chances of postpartum depression, and it helps give you energy, and it's just so freaking awesome, and you can't taste it or anything. But I swore by those with the twins, and this time too, it really helps energy-wise. When I delivered him, I weighed 172 pounds. And right after I delivered him, after everything went down, I went down to 154 or 155. And then I weighed myself again a few days ago, and I was at 153. So I've lost about 20 pounds so far, but that's still really far from my pre-pregnancy weight, because I gained so much this pregnancy. This is the most I've ever gained in any pregnancy. I gained almost 40 pounds, so I'm down about 20 pounds, but I still have 20-ish pounds to go, 15-20 pounds to go. I'm obviously never going to get my pre-pregnancy body back because of the way that I carried the twins and just messed up everything so much. Once I have the time and the energy, I definitely want to work on my body as much as I can and see if I can get it anywhere close to what it was before. But I'm not counting on it, and I have 4 amazing, beautiful babies out of it. So I'm really not too anxious to get there. So I think that's pretty much it for postpartum. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my 1 week postpartum, I almost said 2 weeks, my 1 week postpartum belly. All right, so here's with the shirt on. And here's with the shirt up. I have some marks from these are from my wrap. But you can see overall, there's my hernia, how big it is. So I really think it got bigger. But overall, I'm not too unhappy with where it's at for being 1 week postpartum. And I can't seem to find my my measure thing anywhere, so this is a different one, but yeah, about 37. So you can see the skin down here is wrinkly and nasty, but I've been putting coconut oil on it as much as I can. Alright, so that's pretty much it for my postpartum update. Let me know if you guys have any questions at all, and I will really try to answer as many as I can. Make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram for daily pictures. Oh, it's so sad. And updates. And I'll put the links down below. And I will talk to you guys for my 2 weeks postpartum video. Bye. You say bye?